Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. We're going to start on our mats, laying on our backs, knees together, feet out wide. So in constructive rest, we call that. You may want blocks handy today. You know I'm a fan. All right. So feet are wide, knees are knocked in together, arms are long, palms face down. And just begin to arrive on this space, your private little 3x6 island, aka your yoga mat, and let everything that has happened up until this moment stay outside of the space that you're in, maybe off your little island. And just begin to tap into your breath. And as you do so, let's inhale into the belly. Maybe you can even bring your hands to your belly, up into the low ribs, bring the chest up, breath up into the chest. And then as you exhale, allow the chest to deflate, the low ribs come in, and the belly empties. We'll inhale up for 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale into the belly, low ribs, the chest. Exhale, chest, low ribs, belly. Continue on that path on your own. And perhaps with each exhale, allow your body to drop down into the earth just a little bit more, knowing that you're fully supported here by her. And if you want to deepen that breath, lengthen those inhales and exhales, just allow that exhale to be 1 or even 2 counts longer than your inhale. 3 more. Bring your legs out long so they are on the ground. And bring your arms up over your head. They're also on the ground. And we're going to bring both our feet over to the right, to the upper right corner of your mat. And then you're also going to bring your right arms over. So you're in a little C shape, or we call this banana. So you should be getting a nice side stretch down the left side body. If you want a little bit more, you can take left foot and place it on top of the right. Inhale here. And exhale here. Inhale, bring your feet back through center and your arms through center. And then just walk the feet over to the left and then the arms over to the left as well. Feeling it down the right side body now. Inhale here. And exhale here. Walk your feet back through center, arms through center. Hug the knees into the chest and bring your hands to the tops of your knees and gently rock side to side on your sacrum, if you like, if that feels good. an option here to either rock and roll on your spine if you have a healthy spine and that feels good. And if you don't want to do that, you can just roll to one side or the other, and we're going to meet in a tabletop position. Here's what the rolling would look like. So I'm going to do 3 rolls before I come up, just because I think it feels good. And then I'm going to come all the way up and find a tabletop position. In tabletop, my wrists, elbows, shoulders are one nice line. My belly is toned, and I have a nice long line from the tailbone out the crown of the head. My hips are over my knees, and I like my toes curled under just because it feels better to me on my knees. Reach your right leg long, keep the foot on the ground, and just gas pedal that foot back and forth. You should feel that in the calf, warming up that calf a little bit. And then come back so that the shoulders are over the wrists. Lift that right foot up off the ground, and then lift the left arm up off the ground. Palm is facing the midline. Tone the belly, lift it up, press the earth away with the right hand. Inhale here. Exhale, knee to nose, chin to chest. Curl everything in. Inhale, reach back out, nice and long, arm and leg. Exhale, curl it in. Chin to chest, knee to nose. Inhale, reach out. Exhale. Elbow is also coming to knee, by the way. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, tabletop position. Wag your right foot out, so it's going to kickstand over to the right. Plant into the right hand. Left leg comes long. You're in a modified side plank pose here. Inhale here. Exhale, lift left leg up off the ground. Bend left foot, grab left foot with the hand. Pressing the earth away. Chest is reaching towards the sky. If you want to, if it's not too soon, you can press foot into the hand, hand into the foot. Inhale here. Exhale here. Inhale here. Exhale, release the foot. Left arm comes up to the sky. Left leg is parallel with the earth. And then find tabletop position. Let's inhale for a cow here, resetting the spine. Lift the gaze, drop the belly, lift the hips. Exhale, curl the upper spine for cat pose. Inhale, reach it through. Exhale, curl it in. Inhale, reach it through for cow. Exhale, last time, curl it in for cat. Inhale, find tabletop position. This time, left leg is going to come out long, and you're going to gas pedal that left foot. Should feel good on the calf, yeah? Come to neutral. Lift that left foot off the ground. Right arm comes long, palm faces in. Press the earth away. Inhale here. Exhale, knee to nose, chin to chest, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach it long. It's called bird dog. Exhale, curl it in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, curl in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, tabletop. This time, left leg wags out. Right leg comes long. Press into the right hand. Right arm comes up towards the sky. Lift the right leg parallel with the earth. Bend the right knee and grab the right foot with the hand. Inhale here, chest reaches towards the sky. Exhale here. Inhale. Exhale, release the hand and foot. Find tabletop position. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Inhale for cow. Stay here. Curl the toes under if they're not already. Press the earth away as you lift your hips up and back for a downward facing dog. Come up high on the tiptoes. Hover the knees to the earth, chest to thighs. Lift the hips up to where the ceiling and the sky meet. Lower-ish the heels, straighten-ish the legs. Again, tiptoes, hover, chest to thighs, hips to sky, heels towards the earth as you straighten the legs. One more time. Tiptoes, hover, chest to thighs, downward facing dog. Inhale here. Exhale, walk to the front of your mat. You'll arrive there in a forward fold. Head hangs heavy. You can bend into the knees deeply. Allow the chest to be on the thighs here. Blocks are always going to be handy here. Okay, we're going to come into a halfway lift. You're going to inhale, take the heels of the hands up into the hip creases as you straighten your legs. Roll the shoulders back, plug the hips back with the heels of the hands. Nice long line from the tailbone out the crown of the head. Inhale here. Exhale, bend into the knees, forward fold. Two more. Inhale, hands can come to blocks, to the earth, to the shins, or all the way back up into the hip creases, my favorite. Exhale, bend into the knees, forward fold. Let that head hang heavy. Shake it yes, or yes and no, left to right. Inhale, last time, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands and come back to downward facing dog. Tuck your chin slightly to your chest. Come up high on those tiptoes. Roll through to high plank position. You may need to lengthen out your stance. You can either drop down through chaturanga, elbows at your side, chest and hips arrive at the same time, or tabletop position. Hands are underneath the shoulders. Uncurl the toes. All 10 toes are on the earth. Roll that shoulders down the spine, elbows hug in. Press toes into the earth, press pelvis into the earth. Peel up at the back of your heart, Bhujangasana, cobra pose. Exhale, try to lengthen as you lower. Inhale, rise, Bhujangasana. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, rise. Hold here. Curl the toes under. Press into them so hard that the shins and quads come up off the ground. Press up through plank to downward facing dog or through tabletop position. Inhale here. Open mouth, exhale. Big toes to touch. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, knee to nose, shoulders over wrists. Cat curl the upper spine. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, pull the right foot all the way through, low lunge. Grab your blocks if you have them. I'm a fan. I'm a fan because my chest is nice and high and my breath is flowing freely up and down my spine. I'm high on my back toes, pressing back into the heel. I'm exaggerating here. My right knee is over my right ankle. I'm going to drop my back knee. And I'm going to walk my hands back towards my hips, shimmying my right foot forward so that my left hip is over my left knee. Right toes are up towards the sky. Inhale, halfway lift in the chest. Exhale, hinge at the hip any amount. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, hinge. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hinge. Inhale, rise. Exhale, walk the hands back to the front. Plant the hands, lift the back knee, low lunge to high plank position. Stay in high plank or drop your knees. If you're dropping your knees, come slightly forward with the hips. Shoulders are forward of the wrists. Elbows are tucked in tight. And if you have the knees down, when you lower, your chest arrives first. I'm not coming all the way down because I have a mic there. I don't want to smush it. Uncurl the toes. We don't need to be pressing super deeply into the earth as we peel up. Bhujangasana. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, Bhujangasana, Cobra pose. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise up. Stay here. Toes curled under, either through plank or I'm showing tabletop this time, through tabletop to downward facing dog. Inhale here. Open mouth, exhale. Releasing any extra heat. Big toes to touch. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, knee to nose, shoulders over wrists. Cat curl the upper spine. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, pull it all the way through, low lunge. Find those blocks. Find your nice buoyancy here. Come forward on those toes, press back into that heel. Nice reach through the chest. Drop the back knee. Walk the blocks back towards your hips. Shimmy that left foot forward if you need to. Inhale here. Exhale, hinge the hip and the knee mount. Inhale, rise, halfway lift. Exhale, dive in. Inhale, rise. Exhale. Inhale, rise. Walk the hands to the front of the mat. Plant the hands on the earth. Lift the back knee. Downward facing dog. Come up high on the tiptoes. Tuck the chin to the chest. Roll through to high plank position. Stay here. Widen your feet out. And then we're going to just drop the heels over to the right. Hands stay where they are. Lift the hips up. Okay, so we don't want them sagging here. We want them up off the ground. Inhale here. Exhale here. Inhale, feet through center, heels through center. Exhale, heels to the left. Press the earth away. Lift the hips. Inhale here. Exhale here. Inhale through center. Exhale, child's pose. Toes to touch. Hips to heels, arms out and long in front of you. 3 nice, deep and even breaths. Inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. Those open mouth exhales are really helpful for releasing any heat that you may have just generated. One more. Inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. At the end of your next exhale, find downward facing dog. Big toes to touch. Adding on. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, knee to nose, shoulders over wrist. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, pull it through, low lunge. Drop the back knee. Use your blocks or not. Walk your hands back. Ardha Hanuman, half splits. Inhale, chest high. Exhale, hinge. Inhale. Exhale, lower in. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise. Walk your blocks or hands to the front. Plant the hands. Actually, I'm on my fingertips. I'm going to lift my back knee up. Look down at your feet, maybe widen them. We're going to come up into a high lunge. So you want a nice wide stance. I'm gonna have you bend into the back knee slightly. Makes it a little easier as we rise all the way up. Let's take our left hand to our hip. Ooh, let me get that wide stance there. Left hand on the hip, right thumb into the right hip crease and just pull that right hip back slightly, okay? You're high on the back toes. You can even bend into that knee slightly to get high on the back toes and then lift the quad. Push back in that heel, lunge into the right knee, all right? Arms up overhead, roll the shoulders down the spine as you turn the pinkies towards each other. Tone the belly, tilt the pelvis slightly. Inhale here. Exhale, airplane the arms as you hinge at your hips. Chest is still high, higher than the hips. Inhale, sweep the fingers along the earth if they come down that far, and it's okay if they don't. Reach all the way back up. Exhale, airplane the arms. Inhale, sweep all the way back up. Exhale, you may realize you need to widen that stance. Airplane. Inhale. Hands through heart center as you exhale. Plant the hands on the earth. High plank position, or just find downward facing dog. Lower all the way down to the earth. Just one time, uncurl the toes. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big toes to touch. Inhale, left leg rises. You can think length, not height here. Exhale, knee to nose, shoulders over wrists. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, low lunge. Drop the back knee. Walk your hands back towards your hips. Left toes towards the sky, Ardha Hanuman, half splits. Inhale, chest rises. Exhale, hinge at the hip any amount. Inhale, chest rises. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, rise up. Walk the blocks and hands to the front. Find the fingertips on the earth, lift the back knee, maybe heel toe that left foot out, maybe shorten your stance slightly, bend into the right knee a little bit. Find your buoyancy here as we rise all the way up. All right, so this time, pull that left hip back, maybe put the thumb in the hip crease if you want. Got that back knee bent, my heel is over my toes, and then I'm gonna lift that quad as I straighten that leg. But then I don't wanna lose the lunge, and I'm gonna look down, and if I don't see my big toe, I'm gonna move my knee closer to the pinky. Tone the belly, tilt the pelvis. Arms up overhead. Inhale here. Exhale, airplane the arms, hinge at the hip. Chest is still high. Inhale, sweep the fingertips on the earth, rise all the way back up, high lunge. Exhale, airplane. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Exhale, airplane. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Hands through heart center as you exhale. Hinge at the hip. Plant the hands, your choice, high plank or tabletop, lowering all the way down. Inhale one time, Bhujangasana. Exhale, child's pose. Toes to touch, knees are wide, arms out long. 5 nice, deep and even open mouth exhales here. We're generating some heat, getting some blood flowing, releasing some energy. creating some energy. Inhale through the nose. Not sure where you are. One more. Inhale. And exhale. The end of your next exhale, let's find downward facing dog. Tuck the chin to the chest, come up high on the tiptoes, roll through to high plank position. Feet come wide. Actually, they don't have to come wide. We're going to roll the feet over to the right and stack them this time. Left foot on top of the right. I'm pressing into my right hand, left arm up towards the sky, Vashisthasana. Option to stay here. You can have the feet heel to toe, okay? Or you can bring right toe, left toe into a tree pose. Whoop, and I fall. And that's okay. So try not to be on the knee. You either want to be on the ankle, below the knee, above the knee, super wobbly like I am here. I actually have a kickstand right behind me right now, just because while I'm talking, I'm having a hard time balancing. All right. So wherever you are, lift those right hips up. Inhale here. Exhale, release through plank. Drop the knees, but the knees are close together to embryo pose. So knees are touching, hands are wrapping around the feet. Turn around. Inhale here. Open mouth, exhale. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders, or even before, even a little bit before. Find tabletop to down dog. Feet are together, toes to touch. Tuck the chin to the chest, come up high on the tiptoes. Roll through to high plank position. This time we'll roll our feet over to the left, heels over to the left. Stack the feet if you like. Press into the left hand, right arm up towards the sky. Stay here or bring that right toe to the middle, to above the ankle, below the knee, above the knee. Lift the left hips up. Higher, higher, higher actually helps. Inhale here. Exhale, release the foot. High plank position, embryo pose. Inhale. Open mouth, exhale. We are definitely creating some heat here. I know I am. Three more. Nice. Inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. At the end of your next exhale, find downward facing dog. Gaze towards the front of your mat and slowly walk to get there. Arrive in a forward fold. Head hangs heavy. Bend the knees as deeply as you need to allow the hands to reach the ground. If you'd like to use your blocks, this is a good use of that, if need be. Inhale, halfway lift. Fingertips to the earth, your shins, blocks, or heels of the hands into the hip creases. You know which one's my favorite. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend into the knees deeply. Roll all the way up to standing. Arms up overhead. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Samastitihi. Equal standing pose. Close down the eyes. Inhale. Allow the chest to rise, almost pressing your thumbs off them. Exhale. Release the hands, palms facing outward at your sides. Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, reach up, overhead. Exhale, swan dive all the way over, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, all the way through low lunge. Find your blocks. Come up high on the back toes. And if you don't have blocks, your hands are on the earth, okay? And that's fine. Inhale here. And exhale here. Inhale, we're going to gas pedal that back foot, kind of like we did at the beginning, but we're going to lift that left foot up off the earth, walking my blocks slightly in front of me. I'm going to take my right thumb and pull my right hip crease back, evening out my hips, evening out the waistline here. My back foot is flexed, flexed, flexed hard. And I'm gazing forward slightly. Nice halfway lift in the chest here. Inhale here. Exhale, Jiva squat. You're going to bend into the right knee, left knee bends in behind it. Inhale, lift that left leg back out, reach it nice and long. Exhale, Jiva squat. Bend into both knees. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Inhale, reach long. I'm coming up high on my fingertips or even my knuckles here on my block. I'm stamping into that back foot. I'm going to bring one hand to my heart and then the other. Inhale here. Exhale, bend into the right knee. Find low lunge. Nicely done. Back pedal that back foot. Kick it up. Left foot meets the right. You're in a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Arms up overhead. Exhale, samastitihi. Equal standing pose. Release the hands, Tadasana. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands through heart center as you bend into the knees and come all the way back down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, downward facing dog. Big toes to touch. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, low lunge. Find your blocks. Find some buoyancy here. Nice halfway lift in the chest. Gas pedal that back foot, that right foot this time, correct? And kick off. You're in a one-legged lift here. The right foot is flexed so hard it's stamping on the wall behind you. Take that left thumb into that left hip crease, pull it back, even out the waistline. Slight bend into this left knee is appropriate, especially if you have super strong, AKA tight hamstrings. I'm up on my fists on my blocks now. Inhale here. Exhale, Jiva squat. Left knee behind the right. Inhale, nice and long. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend in. Inhale, lengthen. Hold it here. Both hands to the chest. Inhale here. Whoop. And we fall over. Exhale, low lunge. I'm sure you did it better than I. Plant the hands. Downward facing dog to child's pose. Five nice, long, deep, and even breaths here. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders and slowly walk yourself up so that you are sitting on your heels. Our hard work is over. Coming off our hips, off our heels, bring our legs out in front of us. Maybe wiggle them out. I'd like to remove any extra love here. Sitting on our sit bones, ischial tuberosities. They're what we root down into the earth. You should feel yourself or visualize yourself rooting down into the earth. My shoulders are over my hips. Okay. Inhale, arms up overhead. You can bend into your knees slightly here. Exhale, hinge at the hips any amount and allow the hands to arrive where they will. Okay, so that maybe they're here or they're up closer to your feet, or maybe you grab your feet. And then you let your head hang heavy. Now I have my knees bent, and typically when they're bent, you feel it more in the low back than in the hamstrings. But now I'm going to straighten them and I'm going to feel them a little bit more in my hamstrings. So your choice, which way you'd like to go. Inhale here. Exhale here. Inhale here. Exhale here. One more. Inhale. Roll all the way back up, nice and slowly. Head arrives last. And we're going to keep going. Bring a block or two with you, up by your hips perhaps. And we're just going to engage the core, and we're going to lower all the way down onto our backs. We're going to bring our feet back up on the earth and just where we started, with our feet out wide and our knees knocked in together at that constructive rest. Hands to the belly if you like, or palms at your side, face up or down. Your choice. Inhale here. Exhale here. Bring your knees wide, keeping your feet wide. We're going to drop our knees over to the right. Inhale, bring them up through center and drop them to the left. Do that a couple more times. And then when you've just gotten a little bit of movement, but you're ready to land, let's land on our right side. So feet are not touching, knees are not touching, so you have some space. Should feel this in the left hip. If you're really not feeling much of anything, you can bring your right foot and place it on top of your left knee and gently give that leg a little bit of traction, that hip a little bit of traction. bringing that left hip towards the front of your mat. Be careful, be gentle, don't wrench it. Arms can be out at a T or a cactus. And gaze can actually come over the left shoulder if you like. All right. If you feel like your neck is nice and healthy, go ahead and do that. And if there's any question, just don't do it, or if you just don't want to. With each breath, you're visualizing that left hip coming towards the front of your mat, creating some length and space in that hip joint. Release the foot off the knee if you have it. Inhale, bring the knees up through center. And then exhale, we'll drop them over to the left. So same deal. You can stay right here, or this time you take the left foot and you place it on top of the right knee, just gently guiding that right hip down a little bit. Option to take the gaze over the right shoulder. Bring your gaze back through center if you do have that twist of the neck. Release left foot off the right knee. Bring the knees slowly up through center. Hug the knees into your chest. And then you can bring them out wide towards your armpits here. And you can gently rock side to side. And since we're here, let's take a happy baby. So knees stay wide like this. Soles of the feet come up towards the sky. Feet are flexed. You can grab the backs of the thighs, the calves, or the outside edges of your feet. And if you have that, you're going to roll your shoulders down your spine, plugging your hips in by pushing your feet into your hands into your feet. However, you're going to gently reach the tailbone towards the front of the mat. So we're not coming up off the mat like this. You watching? You're coming down. So it's not completely flat, but it's reaching towards the front of the mat. Option to stay here if you want to find some movement. Keep the left elbow on the inside of the left shin and keep that knee bent. And then you can straighten the right leg. And then you can come back through center, keep the right knee bent, press the right elbow into the right knee, and then lengthen out the left. And you can go back and forth between that if you want, but we're taking it nice and slowly now. We're really bringing it down. But a little movement sometimes feels good. If you've gone side to side, even it out and find stillness in center. Bring the soles of the feet together. The knees are out wide. You can grab the ankles here, but then you're going to release them as you let the feet drop all the way down to the ground. Hands can be to the belly again, or arms along your side. And gently bring your knees back together. Find the block that I asked us to keep near us. Bring the heels in towards the bum. Knees are together, feet are together, heels close to the bum. Maybe you reach them with your fingertips, but you might not. And that's okay. They're just close. All right. As you inhale, you're going to reach your knees towards the front of your mat as you lift your hips up off the ground. Very gentle bridge. Exhale, lower down. Inhale again, reach up. Exhale, lower down. This time, we're going to reach up. We're going to hold it there. And we're going to take our block on either the first or the second level. And I will tell you, I like the first because it's wider. And it's going to go underneath your sacrum. So the sacrum is the triangular bone at the base of the spine. It is not your tailbone. It is not your low back. It should feel amazing. It should feel fantastic. If it doesn't, you're in the wrong place, and adjust until it feels really good. So you can stay right here, supported bridge pose. All right. This feels really good. Love this. Another option, however, which is equally as wonderful, is legs up the wall, or pretend legs up the wall, because we don't have a wall. But we're bringing our legs up, flexing our feet, although you can just release them at this point. We're just relaxing, restoring here. So allowing all the blood to rush down to our hearts. Legs up the wall is a really great pose to do at the end of the day when you're very stressed. If you have kids running around, driving you crazy, put them in legs up the wall, and I tell you, it will change them. And they'll wonder what you're doing. So that will change the scenario. And it chills them out, chills us all out. Bend your right knee and release your right foot to the earth. Left knee, left foot to the earth. Don't you already feel so much better after that? Lift your hips up, remove the block, and slowly lower them back down. Hug your knees into your chest. Curl yourself up into a tight little ball. You're bringing your forehead towards your knees, knees towards your forehead. Curl in so much so that maybe you're on one tiny vertebrae. Inhale here. Exhale, release the legs long on the ground, arms long at your side, palms facing up for final Shavasana. Close down your eyes. Allow your feet to splay open. Let your head and shoulders and arms and hips and legs and feet all drop down into the earth. Relax the jaw by removing the tongue from the roof of the mouth. And allow yourself a few beautiful minutes here after that hard work. Don't skip this part. And I will leave you here to enjoy this time